Hey guys, good morning and happy Friday. Hope everyone's off to a great start this morning and just starting things off on a positive note. I did want to go ahead and relay a quick message this morning, and this morning's message is going to be, do you love yourself, or what do you love about yourself? And basically this message is just referring to, like, when you look in the mirror in the morning, or when you look at yourself or think about yourself, what do you think about yourself? Do you think of yourself as a negative perspective, like you tend to like criticize yourself, or you find things that's just wrong? Or are you the kind of person who you find positive things about yourself? And this all is part of loving yourself and self-love journey. And basically, for example, for me, with my self-love journey, I am trying to find every positive thing that I can about myself. And then if there are some negative things that I don't like about myself, then, I ask myself, okay, then why don't you like these things about yourself? Or what is it, or what can I do to change these things that I don't like about myself? So I find very helpful, and I encourage everyone to do this, is that you can make a list. And basically with this list is that you can list positives and negatives of things about, yourself. Like, what do you love about yourself and what you don't so much like about yourself. And on that list, you can reflect to it, look back to it every day, and just be like, okay, let me look at my list and see, what do I truly do love about myself? And what do I see on this list that I truly don't like about myself? And when you look at that list every day, it's going to help you with your self-love journey. And here's why. It's going to help you because you're going to keep looking at all those positives and keep meditating on them. So when you look in the mirror, you're going to be like, okay, I do really like the red hair on me, or I really do like how my cheekbones, pop, or I like how, I do my lips, or how, my eyes are like almond shape, and you can also look at the negatives and be like, okay, maybe I don't really like so much that, I can, have maybe like a bigger nose, or I don't really like, some of the little extra, chin or something that you may have, or, whatever it is that you may just find just, like you just don't like it. And when you look at those negative things, I don't want you to take it as, oh man, now I just don't even like myself now because of these things. Like, I just can't move forward. Like, I just have to, dwell on those negative things. No. You look at those negative things and you have to accept them. And yes, it's harder said than done, because like I said, I'm doing it myself. But when you learn to accept them, then you can be more secure with yourself. You can go out the house, or you go to work, or wherever you're going, school, or whatever you're going, knowing that, okay, honestly, I don't like this about myself. I don't. But I'm going to go ahead and accept it and rock it as if I love it. And when you do this, it brings confidence, it brings good energy, and it also brings this sense of relief, where you just feel like peace with yourself. You don't have to worry about, okay, well, this person is going to feel the same way. They're going to, notice that or whatever. No, because you already know that you don't like that about yourself, and you accepted it. And if they don't accept it, then, oh, well, like, if I accept it, that's all that matters. And, I want people, like I said, I encourage people to do this because, like I said, I feel like a lot of people just dwell on the negative instead of thinking of the positives out of it. Because, like I said, again, like I referred to in my last videos, there's always going to be someone I can't even get my words. I always trip over my words. There's always going to be a situation far worse than yours, and you have to accept and count your blessings, because there may be somebody who may want to have that bigger nose that you have, or, you know, have some scars or acne that you may have, you know, and they be like, okay, well, you know, I wish I did have that, you know, compared to what I'm going through. There's always someone going through way worse or in a more, you know, bad situation than you are, I've learned. And I am learning. So when you learn to accept those negative things, and also, of course, the positives, then you'll be, like I said, more secure with yourself. You'll be like, okay, you know, I know my flaws. I accept them, flaws and all, you know, accept them. And when you do that, like I said, you're just going to feel so much more confident with yourself, so much more relieved and at peace. And you're just going to be, you know, it's going to be bringing you closer to self-love, more self-love. It really is, y'all. And I really hope that this is encouraging someone to do this list and, you know, look at the positives, look at the negatives, as not a, like I said, as both positive and a help, like I can't even, like a helping hand with your self-love journey. And also too, I hate when I lose my train of thought, y'all. Also too, with this message, I also want to say too, like, when you look in the mirror every morning, or when you think about yourself, because, you know, sometimes, like I said, I'm doing this as well. I'd be thinking to myself, man, you know, if I were to give myself a rating on a scale, what would I give myself? And I found myself doing this the other day, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'll give myself maybe like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. And then I'm looking to myself, why am I giving myself this rating? Why am I giving myself, what is this based off of? Why am I giving myself a 7 out of 10 when I can give myself a 10 out of 10? So, you know, I had to just renew my mind and, you know, of course, ask God and tell him, you know, honestly, I really want you to fix that, you know, perspective in my head. I want you to put in my head, I am a 10 out of 10. Regardless of what I may not like about myself, or I may find, you know, not exactly the best, I still have to accept that and rock it and, you know, keep moving forward. And then, like I said, if there's some things that you may not like about yourself and that is like just, you know, you just feel so negative about, and that you just, like really want to change it. I mean, I'm not saying going out here and just getting a whole new, like, you know, surgical look or whatever, this and that. But if it's something like far as, okay, you want to, like, maybe, I don't know, lose weight, or you feel like that, you know, what else? Like maybe you don't like the way, you know, you do your hair, or you, I don't know, anything, y'all. But if it's something that can be changed, like, oh, you feel like, for example, with the losing weight, or you want to, like, you know, get to a certain shape, it's called working out. You have to work for what you want. You can't just sit around and expect it to come to you. You got to work for what you want. So that's another way too. If you have some negative things that you feel like that you just need to change, then go change it. You can also work and change things as well. But like I said, the first step though, before you go make those changes, or before you go work out, eat better, or, you know, get a better, you know, a new look, or whatever it is that, you know, may make you feel more comfortable or concerned with yourself, you still first have to learn to accept yourself to the fullest. Not just go and change it and don't accept the fact that, okay, you know, I am at this weight right now, or I do have these scars right now. If you can accept it first, and when you go make that change, then you're just going to pick on whatever change you just made. Like, you can go, for example, when you do lose weight or whatever, and you didn't accept the fact that you was the way you was before, when you lose that weight, you're still going to find something to pick about. You're still going to be like, okay, well, dang, you know, I still need to change this, or, you know, this still ain't looking right. You still not accepting. You're still trying to find something to change because you haven't fully accepted your flaws and all. Like, you got to accept it all of it, the good and the bad. So I hope this message helps someone today. Like I said, the list definitely helps. Like I said, list those negatives, list those positives, look in that mirror every day and, you know, admire yourself. Look more at the positives than the negatives. I mean, of course, like I said, if you have negatives, accept those. Accept it. You know, don't sit up here and ignore it and act like it's nothing, but accept it and accept the positive too. Put them together, and you are already a step closer to self-love and confidence, y'all. So I really hope, like I said, this message helps someone this morning. Subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed, and definitely check out my last videos. Hopefully, you know, they'll help as well if you're dealing with some of the things that I talked about in the past. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and don't forget the thumbs up. Share this video if you know someone who may benefit from, you know, some things where they, you know, don't know how to do, you know, a list, or, you know, just going through like, how do I love myself, or what do I love about myself, you know? So definitely share, like, comment, or whatever, and I will see you guys in the next video, and you guys have an amazing Friday.